Hello Wargamers, and welcome to WargamerOnline's channel update number 2.
Yes, when was the last one, Phil?
About 4 weeks ago, Sam.
Yeah.
So we were about
7 weeks on from launching.
Check the bloopers while we're laughing about this. So yeah, 7 weeks in, we decided to do a channel update. We thought it'd be great to kind of keep people posted on where we were at. And we said it would be good to do it monthly. So here we are at the end of April, rapidly coming towards May. And we thought it'd be a great time just to take stock of what's happened over the last 4 weeks and where we're going from here. So on the end, where are we, Sam?
So we've got 1,250 subscribers as of recording this, which is absolutely amazing, to be honest. We didn't expect it to be as well, popular more than anything. There's so many people tuning into our live chats, engaging with us, liking the videos and commenting. It's taken a long time just to get through all the comments, and we're doing our best to go back through and reply to as many comments, if not all of them, as we can. We've done 95 videos, which again,
I just can't believe it.
It's a little bit ridiculous. Some of them obviously are smaller, like you've been doing the rough cut videos, which are 5-6 minute videos.
And you've got like the basing series, which are like short tutorials on doing basing and
5 minute
like
videos.
That.
But then on top of that, we've got every week there's been some large videos, haven't there? We've got the 2 chats now every week, which are about an hour long, sometimes longer.
Sometimes longer.
The battle reports. If you're talking, yeah, it drags. It doesn't really drag. I just wind him up. Sundays we have our battle reports, so we'll have one on the premium side of the website and we have one on YouTube, so alternating 1 week. But yeah, we've racked up 95 videos, so yeah, pretty good as well.
Right. Well, it has been a bit crazy.
Crazy highs, good crazy.
Should we talk through some of the highs? Because we have to say, Khaleesi, put the bone down.
Khaleesi,
just leave it. Okay. We have to say that we were quite surprised by a few things when we launched the channel. There was a few unexpected highs along the way, I suppose. So, for you, Sam?
Well, we've written down stuff as well because there's so much to get through, actually.
Yeah, that's true. They are more lists. This isn't a script.
This is a list, yeah.
You may be able to tell this isn't a script.
If it was scripted, I don't think we'd be able to follow a script.
This would be the craziest script if it was a script.
Yes. So
you wouldn't put the word script that often in a script.
Can I get on with it?
Yeah, go for it.
First one was community engagement, which was what we touched on initially. It's just the amount of comments, the amount of engagement, the amount of people that are joining us on the live chats and joining us every single week. We're doing 2 a week now as well, and we're still getting a large number of people just turning up to have a chat while getting on with their hobby, so that's absolutely amazing. We're getting comments on every video now, aren't we?
Yeah.
And I'm having to tell Phil off because he's not putting his name at the end of his comments.
So if you get WargamerOnline replying to you, but no indication of who did reply to you.
Could be anyone.
99% of the time it's probably me, because Sam always puts his name at the end.
Just because I feel like, I mean, the other thing is there's more of us, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the more of us that are going to be replying to comments, it's good for us to get our name at the end so people know who they're talking to.
Yeah, true. What else? Channels. That was the big blow away for me. Yeah. When we launched, we weren't really expecting. We knew it would be a bit of a haul. You've got to get your videos out there. You've got to attract people onto your videos. You've got to be doing the right content. You know, all the basic stuff around producing a good YouTube channel that we were trying to do. What we didn't expect was that when some of the other channels picked up on our content, just how helpful they were. That was mind blowing. We were. You know, you hope that you're doing good content and people will be interested, but you know, in many respects, some quite selfless community acts, really. You know, I'm thinking Chilling Wargamers and Spud in particular at the start, who was just driving people through to our channel. And
and straight away, we've watched Spud for a while and the Chilling Wargamers in general, because it's not just Spud, it's Elster Nation and
of course,
Jojo Man as well. And we've watched their show for a while. We've watched a lot of YouTube channels, and immediately putting up a couple of videos and getting a reply back from Spud contacting us. Yeah. I think the first part was doing the interview.
We were like, wow, they've replied.
It was the interview. Spud asked us to do the Chilling Wargamer one.
Yes, yeah, and that's true.
Oh, the ChillCon, sorry, not Chilling Wargamer. ChillCon event, and we were like, more than happy to do that. Like we literally just started. So yeah, it was kind of new trying to do an interview. Never done interviews before, but it was interesting. It was good. And then from there, we've just been joining Chilling Wargamers. Chilling Wargamers have joined us, and then there's a whole load of other people that have supported us as well.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple here, haven't we? And this is why we've got pieces of paper in front of us. We're not going to name everyone because we would just sit here doing a 15-minute shout out, and we've got more to say.
Yeah.
But I mean, certainly in those early days, and that's what I'm saying. I think there's people like Kiblams, Frost and Fist, who were promoting our content quite quickly, weren't they? But what we'll do is, anybody who's kind of given us a shout out, and you know what, if we forget you as well, just put a comment in there and we'll add you to the description of the video. But we're going to list everybody who gave us a shout out. So check the description of the video and we'll link out to as many channels as we can think of that, gave us a shout out along the way and really gave us a leg up in those early days when you're struggling to find the audience. They were sending people along to us and that really helped. So
it was difficult to get the videos seen on YouTube. You don't really get your videos shown unless you're getting a lot of engagement, which is what we've had quite luckily.
And I think that's something we'll remember as well, Sam. I mean, I don't just mean remember with those guys, but I also remember to keep the word community live for Wargamer Online as well. We'll try and work with everybody and kind of support people along the way as well. Because, I think, what goes around comes around, and that's important for us.
Give back to the community.
Yeah.
Well, we've also got we'll talk about it later on, I think, or on a different video about the addition to premium, the extra side of the website that we're doing.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
We're adding a huge section on the community part, which will be, we won't talk about it. We'll talk about it later.
I don't think we've quite planned everything out on that yet, but more on that later. But we are planning on doing something that's going to kind of, hopefully give something back to the community and enable other channels as they're trying to get started and up and going as well, a leg up as well. Okay.
I apologise if you can hear the doggy in the bone in the background as well.
Yeah, that's Khaleesi.
She's being a pain.
So she's just decided to chew a bone. Whether you can hear it or not, we don't know.
So what else have we got?
She just looked at the camera, guys.
We've got on top of the liking, everyone's thumbing up the videos. We've had quite a lot of engagement on that. We've had a lot of people sharing the videos as well on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram as well. So there's been quite a lot of interactivity there, which is just amazing. So that for me and you, I think the highs this month and since the start has always been the community side of things.
Yeah, people getting on board with Sigmar Showdown as a hashtag Sigmar Showdown as well, which was kind of something that came out between you and Spud. It was sort of Chilling Wargamers, Wargamer Online thing, wasn't it? But the amount of people that have got involved in that, and it's just a little thing, but we were just watching a video this morning by Wargamer Wizard.
No, Al Woods.
Al Woods. Mayhem. It's Al Woods. Sorry, there's Al Woods modelling mayhem.
Done a whole narrative background for his Sigmar Showdown stuff, so that's awesome. Yeah. Wargaming Wizards did another shout out for us this morning.
That was it. Yeah.
So thank you to that as well.
So yeah, but again, all of those little bits where people are sharing and helping out and engaging and stuff like that is just mind blowing because people are spending their time doing that.
It's massively appreciated, and it means we just keep doing it, really, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Keeps us plugging away. What else has been good?
Well, we've got a list of suppliers, manufacturers and gaming companies and all the rest that just out the blue really supporting us. And they did that with a whole bunch of stuff. They were sharing our content on their channels, which was great, just great.
Yeah.
They were sending things for us to review. I mean, a lot of the time we buy that stuff as well. We were buying our own stuff and doing reviews because if we've bought something, we want you guys to be able to know about it. So we were kind of doing that anyway, and then every now and then a box shows through the door with, well, why don't you do a review of this? And it's just great, and they'll drop us an email and those kind of things. And again, it was just a bit of a surprise really, because I think if they looked at our numbers, which they all did, that they're doing it to help us out at this stage. I'm not quite sure 100% how much it helps them out, but it's been great. It's certainly when we got like 200 subscribers and somebody sends us a product through, I think it was...
Well, it's been good. I mean, the amount of people that have messaged us since saying, I mean, not just even in the comments, we've had messages from people saying, thank you for talking about this product, I'm going to buy this, that and the other. It's definitely helped them as wargamers seeing another product. Even though there's a lot of channels out there that do reviews on stuff, there's still a large amount of people that haven't seen everything. So just putting it up one more time. If you've seen it before, fair enough. If you haven't, then hopefully it's helped.
Yeah, and that had a side effect, didn't it? Because for you in particular, it kind of broadened your Wargamer experience, wasn't it? There was this...
Yeah, I've always done different, like used different products. It's not always been Games Workshop.
Yeah,
I'm heavily into like AK Interactive stuff.
yeah.
I've been interested in looking at different paint ranges as well, just to try something different. But model ranges, yeah, as soon as I've started seeing new models, it's been incredible. Getting out of the bubble. I mean, I love the GW bubble. I think that's still my #1 game, and it will always be the #1 gaming company for me. But I'm just excited that there's so many other companies that I can look at their model ranges and games and get into those as well.
Yeah, you know, variety is the spice of life, isn't it? So I think that's the thing. And we've just, I think just on the whole, it's just broadened our horizons in terms of how big this gaming community is. And there are people in it there are people in it for all different reasons. Some people really love the board games and the kind of, you know, the more sort of skirmishy type games. Then some people like more role play type games. And then you've got the big battle type games. And it's just nice to kind of dip our toes into all of that and talk to those people. And then that sparks off a whole bunch of ideas. We could do some content about this and content about that. And it informs everything, doesn't it? I mean,
we need more time. Or more people, which we'll go on to in the video.
We'll go on to. But we did want to at least, back to the list, we did want to at least mention some of the people who have been really supportive. I think first and foremost, you know, Mark at WordForge Games, who was very, very supportful at supporting at the start, not only in terms of, you know, getting us in touch with his own products. So Devil's Run Route 66 was one of the first reviews we did, I think, wasn't it, outside of GW? And it really supportive on that. But at the same time, he also introduced us to a bunch of people as well, which I think helped tremendously. And he continues to work and support us as well.
Yeah, Mark's a great guy.
Yeah,
definitely helped us out massively. We've known him for a while. I've known him for a while.
Yeah, it's a good point, yeah.
You've got on really well because you've got a beard. Same
He's
as
got
Mark.
a beard. It's amazing.
They're both intelligent, so Mark and Phil get on in different ways. I'm not.
Oh, you're beautiful then.
Mantic Games, another good one.
Yes.
They sent us the Walking Dead box game and the expansion, and Rachel's fallen in love with that now, so we've lost her to the Walking Dead again. So that was really good. And it was nice to meet up with Ronnie at Salute as well. We did an interview with him, or Rachel did. Yeah. So that was good. Green Stuff World, very early on, sent us some products. I've still got to get around to doing tutorials.
Yeah.
But we've got some really cool products from them.
Those rolling pins, I still want to do something with those.
Yeah. Army Painter, something came through from them today, which we're not allowed to talk about yet. But
okay.
Army Painter.
I don't mention any more, but thank you.
Vallejo, Secret Weapon Miniatures as well. GameMat.eu. They've sorted us out some really good stuff. So we're going to have battle reports, not only with the boards that we've got already, the Games Workshop tiles and the ones that Phil's made with all of the nice scenery on there. We've also got the Game Mat products on the way. So we'll have their mats and their scenery range. So we're going to have a mix of stuff on the channel. And then you also got something for airbrushing, because you're going to be doing your airbrushing tutorials. Yeah,
I mean, you've probably noticed from some of the showcases, Lola, the camera alone.
Do you want to come up?
Do you want to come up? Come on.
Up.
Come on.
Up.
Yeah, come on.
She's just up for a stretch.
For heaven's sake.
A stretch and then maybe a sit.
That's it, you can manage. Go on, squeeze in there.
Lie down.
You've caught my lav mic, Lola. You better not have muted me. No, right. Sit down. So, sorry about that. What were we saying? Yes. Well, I'm going to be doing an airbrush series. If you look at the showcases, you'll notice that I use airbrush to paint some of my armies and certainly use it on even the scenery and things like that. Ooh. So,
carry on. We've got really good. I mean, we keep going on about the video afterwards, but we're going to do another video on stuff that maybe will help not having dog interruptions and stuff.
Dog interruptions. So yes, the airbrush series that I plan to do. So that's going to be going through from basics and all the rest. And Sharpen Air sent through this fantastic little tool for me to review, which is essentially a needle sharpener, which is great because I've got a box full of about 20 needles that I've dinked and bent one way or another. So having the opportunity to try that out soon. So I'll be doing a review on that as well, but thank you.
And then last, well, this is the most recent one really, it's the model box.
Yeah.
we've got a box coming from them. It's kind of like the loot crates that you see. There's a lot of computer gaming style loot crates, but this one's aimed at miniature wargaming or wargaming in general. So interested to see what comes from that. But that's another box. So we're going to do a review on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good idea, that.
But the main thing with our reviews is we're not trying to. I say we're doing it as an honest review. We're wargamers. We're reviewing all of these products as a wargamer and not as somebody who's out to. I mean, we're going to promote stuff that we think is great, but we're also not focusing on negatives. So we're literally pointing out good stuff about products.
Yeah, I mean, there's a balance, isn't there? It's an honest review, and we say that to people when they send stuff to us. Is, you know, bear in mind you'll get an honest review. So, you know. But at the same time, we're not cynical about stuff. I think you have to look at something and say, okay, it might not be for me, but actually it might be useful to somebody else. Yeah. So we'll talk about the pros and cons and kind of look at it that way. Because, you know, not everything is for us, but that doesn't stop us, you know, going through how it could be useful for somebody else. So, yeah, but it's good.
Okay, so that's another one of the highs. So that's all the highs, really.
No,
it's all the highs. There's a lot of the highs. What else is there?
Our own team.
That's not a high, that's a constant. That's not a high for the month.
It's pretty exciting, though.
What was?
The fact that everybody's been helping us.
Oh, yeah, but they have been for a while. We'll talk about the team again.
Yeah, okay.
We talked about it last night in the live chat, but...
We did, yeah.
But just to point out that it isn't just myself and Phil, that there is other people involved. So Rachel, she's getting more and more involved. The boss.
MD.
She's MD now of WargamerOnline. She's done a battle report so far. Unboxings, interviews. She's done a fair bit, actually.
She's got way more involved than I think we kind of let her know she was going to be.
Yeah, she'll be doing all the painting tutorials soon. She's going to learn how to paint, and then she's going to do all of those for me.
But yeah, she, you know, she's really great and she enjoys it. And I think we were kind of, when we set up WargamerOnline, we were saying we wanted it to be accessible, and I think what somebody jokingly put on, Rachel's brought the novice element to the team, if you like. But all joking aside, I think that's true. She's coming into a lot of this with a fresh face, isn't she? And
yeah,
although she is, you know, she does have a gaming history, doesn't she?
Yeah,
and she can crunch a numbers list like anything when you see her with her Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, but in terms of the hobby side, like especially building and painting models and being really being interested in models, she's never been interested in models in the past, and now she's getting more and more. She's pointing out stuff with wings and feathers and magic-based stuff, so she loves all of that. So it's great to have Rachel on board. Another massive help is Mike. So Mike's been in a lot of our videos, mainly the live chats and the hobby hangouts on the Fridays that me and Mike do, but he will be joining in on doing painting tutorials and more battle reports, because he's been on 2 or 3 so far.
Yeah.
But he's in the background painting his armies so that he can then do more and more battle reports. So.
Yeah, and you know, we've shot some painting tutorials, haven't we? But I know that I think Mike's quite a perfectionist with his painting, so I'll probably reshoot them again, knowing Mike or something. Yeah. It's worth mentioning Mike's just sat there as well. So he's slightly off camera, being an absolute amazing dude, putting scenery together for us. So say hi, Mike.
Hello.
And then on top of that, we've got the other people that have been helping us as well. The local help. So we've had Liam, Steve and Pink.
Yeah, which are just our local gaming friends, basically, that have got involved and give so much of their time and you know, and either they're, you know, sometimes they're on the live chats, sometimes they're there before we go live and we're kind of talking through what's happened that week. So they're supporting us on and off the camera as well, which is, you know, we just appreciate that as well.
Okay, so we've gone on for quite a bit really about
more than we expected.
Team and stuff. We'll quickly go on, I think, with our plans for the rest of May, really, or the start of May and going forwards.
Yeah.
I think the big one is you're going to try and do some more of your airbrushing tutorials and your review on the Sharpen Air product.
Yeah, I think if I can get, say, you know, 2 or 3 airbrushing tutorials on the channel this month is what I'll be trying to do, even starting from basics maybe.
Yeah.
And that review as well of the products. And, you know, like I say, when I talk about starting from basics, 9 times out of 10 the question I see online is what airbrush should I get? So I'm going to attempt to try and answer that question. in one way or another. So we'll start at the very basics and then start building up into techniques and things as we go along.
I pretty much, when I had an airbrush, I only had one for about 3 months or something, but I just went and spoke to Phil, and Phil told me everything I needed to know about airbrushing. And I think it only took you about a week or two, and I'd had all the kit, everything ready, and I started blasting out airbrushing straight away. And my models didn't look that bad, did they?
Yeah,
they're not on the same level as Phil's or anybody else who does airbrushing.
The army, the Wraith army was amazing.
I did a Wraith army in like 2 evenings, and we've got that on one of the battle reports.
We should do a showcase for that. Actually.
We'll do a showcase on it, but
nice.
2 nights of work was really good. So he definitely knows how to teach people to use airbrushes. So it'd be really good content. And then pretty much just keep doing what we're doing, really, trying to keep on top of the content that we're releasing.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say 8th edition is going to dominate May, if we're going to be looking forward into May.
Depends when it's released. We've heard rumours it's June, it might be May, but there's going to be a lot of chat from us about 8th.
Yeah, they're promising daily rumours, so we're going to be getting, at the very least, we're going to be driving pretty hard, I think, on getting battle scenery done and all the rest, so we can really, get into those 8th edition back reports very quickly, I think.
But it's not going to stop us doing the Age of Sigmar stuff as well.
No.
Because I've got my army finished. I'm already looking at my next army, maybe my 3rd army after that.
Yeah, and I don't even think my Sylvan have featured on a battle report yet, have they? So.
And you've got your Caradron Overlords.
Oh, yes.
So there's going to be a lot of Age of Sigmar on the way on top of that. So quite a big chunk of Games Workshop, but we're also going to sneak in some other products while we can.
Sure, yeah.
So I think that's pretty much it for the month, what we're doing. In terms of our final thoughts, shall we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think so. And then we'll move over to the premium vid, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to do 2 videos. This is going to be the first one for YouTube. Our next video will be going on to the premium section, because we just wanted to talk a little bit more in depth to everybody who has supported us on the website side of things, who has paid for the premium subscription, because that has, we'll talk about that, but that's the big... Yeah. The big support that's helping us do what we're doing. So main thing is thanking all of you lot for watching all of our videos, for liking all our videos, for subscribing and sharing and engaging with us on everything that we've been doing. It's absolutely amazing, and we love just jumping onto a live chat. At first we were a little bit apprehensive, I'd say, of going onto a live chat, and we've tried Twitch in the past, me and Phil, and we've gone on, and there hasn't been a huge amount of engagement, and you kind of sit there talking to a camera. As opposed to what we're seeing now on the YouTube chat, where we log on and there's already like 10 to 15 people waiting, and it's going right the way up to 60 to 70 people, all just having a chat between each other in the chat and talking to us and asking us questions.
Which is brilliant, because that's just like a Friday night. The hobby hangout came about because that's literally what we called it, didn't we? We kick in Google Hangouts and have a hobby hangout. Yeah. And we'd all sit there carving. You'd cut your finger. I would do a bit of painting, Mike could be, wet blending for 7 hours solid on one panel of an arm or something, all of that. And so to just actually, when we first started doing those chats, it felt like felt a bit alien. And now the audience is engaging again. It just feels like we're doing the hobby hangout with about 100 people. It's just brilliant. It's fantastic. Great.
And we're trying to keep it that way as well. We want to be engaged with the audience. We didn't just want to go online with our hangout and sit and talk amongst each other. We want to talk amongst each other, but also bring in everybody in the chat. So if you ever watch the live shows and you feel like you don't really want to jump in, feel free. Like, the idea is that we get as many people involved as possible. If we don't answer back straight away, we will literally try our best to get to it.
We try. And the best thing is we will either miss your comment or read it out twice.
Twice, yeah. Because Phil doesn't listen to me, I don't listen to Phil, and we just keep saying the same things over and over again.
Okay, but we definitely can't I don't think we can close off really without, also going on to probably talk a little bit about our premium members. So, when we first launched 11 weeks ago, we had a voucher code, didn't we, for early birds, and that's because we knew those people that were coming on right at the start, they'd have some premium content. We'd built up a bank of content, but essentially they were paying from day one to support us, and there wasn't a huge amount of content on there sort of 11 weeks ago, was there?
No.
And we were surprised how many people jumped onto that, and we really appreciated that support. But, even now, every day when premium member comes along, it's like a little whoop for us, isn't it? It's just fantastic, because I think the community is supporting us as a whole. So, our YouTube viewers and our YouTube subscribers, that every interaction they do, every time they watch a video, helps us get the word out, helps us spread. So if we're giving you great content, we're getting something back from that as well, just by you interacting with our content. We've had the other channels giving us a leg up along the way. We've had suppliers giving us a leg up along the way. And then we have the premium membership building on the website, which is really, you know, another level of support, because what that is essentially is financial support. It's enabling us to do more, to expand, to bring more people on board, to, you know, improve the quality of our work. So we can't really not go away from this
we couldn't do any of this channel without premium supporters, basically, premium subscription members to the website. So if you are a premium member, thank you 100% from the bottom of both of our hearts, and Rachel's heart, and Mike's, if he's got a heart.
He has got a heart.
That glare.
He's very cool.
He's got two hearts.
Feels
like a space marine.
Just super cool.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And we're going to go on further in the next video on the website, just talking about what we have planned, what we've already started the ball rolling on in terms of what we're going to do to try and invest back into WargamerOnline even more, because I think it's important that we try and put as much back into WargamerOnline as we can.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know what we're talking about, there's a website that accompanies the YouTube channel. It's WargamerOnline.com. If you go over there, there's a whole bunch of information. There's additional videos. There's different levels of access. So we've got the open access, which is where you can see all the YouTube stuff. There's freemium access, where basically all you do is register to the account and we put content up there early. So sometimes it's YouTube content you get access to early, or sometimes it's just premium access that we're, you know, allowing people to view, so that they can get a free taster of what the
just
premium
for making,
content
and you just need to
like.
make an account, and that's it.
And then there's the premium section, which is just getting fresh content every week. That's just you know, more in-depth tutorials and all the rest. So,
and it's, I mean, it's £2.99 a month. We never really talk about, we don't do the heavy advertising sales pitch much, do we? Because we just kind of keep it as a hobby orientated as possible. But it's £2.99 for a month, and it's pretty cheap for what you get. We've got more and more content coming out on a weekly basis. So
yeah, and we talked briefly about the model that we chose on that one, because we could have gone with the kind of you know, the donate and all those kind of things, and I can never remember that service.
There's Patreon,
and all the rest. And we wanted, you know, and I mentioned this on the chat last night, we wanted kind of, you know, reward and return. We wanted people who were prepared to support us financially, to get something extra back from us, because we think that's appropriate. That's appropriate for us. It feels right.
Yeah, I mean, there's channels out there that it works for them, where they will do Patreon, where you donate just to keep them doing what they're doing on YouTube or wherever.
Yeah.
And that's what works for them. For us, we looked at different methods, and we thought we'd rather give something extra for people who did help us out, which is what we've.
But that doesn't, you know, our intention is not to just eventually close all of this away. We will continue with the YouTube stuff, because, as we've said right at the beginning, the thanks goes out to everybody, really.
Okay, so we'll wrap this one up. Thank you, everyone, for watching this one. It's been quite a ramble, but that's what these are for. We try to keep it as uninterrupted and unedited as possible, which is why you've got the dogs jumping in and out and chewing on bones and things. So we apologise if that's not your cup of tea.
If you don't see the dogs fighting, we've edited that bit out.
Yeah, I don't think I can edit. I can't edit it all out. So there will be a dog fight somewhere through. We're going to go on and do the premium video after this, which is going to go into a little bit more depth, but we'll see you all on the next video, which will probably be tomorrow.
Yes.
Another hobby hangout. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.